Hola amigos, it's me Paul, and I'm here in La Cruz de Guanacaxtle, Nayarit, Mexico. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some questionable decisions I made when I first moved to Mexico. Some that cost me money, some that cost me time, and some that could probably have gone really, really wrong. So in this video, we're going to go over those 5 mistakes that I made, so hopefully you can avoid them. And plus, we're gonna do our giveaway for 5 nights at Casa Limón in Bucerías. Stay to the end of this video.
Vámonos.
So let's kick things off with mistake number 1, buying a van that looked legal but wasn't. So I bought a van and it was a bit of a beater van that wasn't totally legal. Looked fine on paper, seemed like a deal. Then I tried to sell it later and discovered the documents were not correct. So now I had this van that became my problem, and I legally couldn't transfer it to anyone. I actually ended up giving it to a friend. He was aware of the issue and still drives it to this day. But as a foreigner, I didn't want to be caught driving a vehicle that wasn't legal. So I think what happened was someone drove this van down to Mexico from the United States, left it here, and did not properly import the van. Then someone sold me the van with fraudulent documents and information. Pretty sketchy. The solution, if you're buying a car in Mexico, do it through a dealership or use a service like Pat's Plates, who handles the paperwork properly. My most recent car I purchased through a local rental company, and that was a much better experience. Here's a bonus tip along the lines of car rental companies. When I first arrived here, I rented a car from one of the big companies in Puerto Vallarta, and upon returning the car, they pointed out that I was missing a hubcap. So they'll give you a car with a loose hubcap. It's probably going to fall off on the next tope that you go over, and this is just one of the scams that they often pull. Fortunately, there is a trusted car rental company here in Puerto Vallarta that I can recommend. It's called Nick's Car Rental. We are close friends with them, and if you mention moving to Mexico, they'll actually give you a really good discount on your rental.
Okay, so moving on to mistake number 2, the couch that I immediately regretted.
When I first moved here, I wanted the house to be furnished immediately. So I bought a couch my realtor recommended from Guadalajara. Beautiful, stylish, and absolutely uncomfortable. It felt more like a waiting room couch than a living room couch. And in Mexico, furniture often looks great, but isn't built for comfort, especially coming from the US. For many of us, the living room couch is to lounge, watch a movie, take a nap, while in some Mexican households that I've observed, the living room furniture is more built for receiving guests and hosting them for a conversation. I ended up selling the couch on Facebook Marketplace, as well as a bunk bed set that I realized nobody really wanted to sleep on. So I would say, take your time decorating and filling your home if you can. It may end up saving you a lot of money later. In addition, we now work with a local interior designer here in Bucerías who has transformed many spaces around town, and they look amazing. So yes, it may cost a little up front, but it actually saves you from buying pieces you may end up replacing 2 months later, and this is often the smartest move when decorating a home in Mexico.
So this is a really cool little beach. You got the marina behind you, and then you have views of the bay looking out towards Puerto Vallarta, and right over here there's a beach club. So you could spend the day, pay for the chair, and then they'll bring you drinks and food and whatever they have. And then I noticed these guys over here, they're playas limpias. They're taking a little break right now, but they do clean up the beaches here in the bay. So we're grateful for that. All right, so moving on to mistake number 3, my plan to learn Spanish through Osmosis.
I really thought I'd just absorb Spanish because I lived here. Like I'd wake up one day fluent. Spoiler, it doesn't work like that. At some point, I hit a wall where I could order tacos, but couldn't actually connect with people or handle anything important. Solution, get a tutor, join a class, or use apps. There's lots of good apps these days, but combine that all with real conversations. Your whole experience here improves dramatically when you can communicate. And I'll share a little tip here. Google Translate now includes a language learning section on their app. It's still in the beta version, but it seems pretty cool so far. Check it out. What is your best tip for learning the Spanish language? Comment below.
Okay, so I've officially broken a sweat. It is still pretty warm here in the Bahia de Banderas, but much better than it was just about a couple of weeks ago. And I'm here in the plaza, and I just noticed all of these iguanas. It's beautiful. There's probably like a dozen iguanas up in this giant tree. Unfortunately, I have this wide-angle lens, so I can't really zoom in on them, so I use my phone. But I just very casually counted about 10 iguanas in this tree. And very, very beautiful. Okay, so moving on to number 4, getting solar panels way too late.
This one is simple. I put off getting solar panels for years. Meanwhile, the CFE was absolutely destroying me. The bills were insane, and the DAC rate is no joke. If I had installed solar from the beginning, I would have saved a lot of money. Solution: install solar panels sooner rather than later, especially in the coastal areas where AC is a way of life, not a luxury. Having a family and working from home during the summer, the energy bill can be shocking. Even with solar panels, our bill for 2 months during the summer was 9,714 pesos. That's $530 US, and that's with solar panels. But that's our family. We're all running air conditioner at night and even during the day in multiple rooms, pretty much 24/7. Now, what would it be without solar panels? It would be closer to 30,000 pesos, so about $1,500 US. Keep in mind that's a bill that covers 2 months of energy. The CFE will penalize you once you go over a certain threshold, and you're going to have to use a lower amount to get yourself back on good terms with the CFE by using less energy. Until that happens, you're paying extra every month. So to break that cycle, there is a workaround. It involves changing the name on the CFE bill. If you have a spouse or a family member, you can change over the ownership to the account. It's basically like saying there's a new renter or a homeowner, so they won't be penalized for the previous person's high energy bill. So if you get solar panels sooner, you might not get penalized to begin with.
And finally, number 5, delaying medical insurance.
This is a big one. When I moved here, I did not get medical insurance right away. I was younger, I was healthy, and I thought I was invincible. So I put it off for years. And the truth is, I got lucky nothing happened during that time. But if I had developed a long-term condition like diabetes, hypertension, or heart issues before getting insured, that would have been a permanent pre-existing condition. That means I most likely would not qualify for private insurance, or that condition would be excluded forever, or premiums would be insanely high. The solution? Get insured early. Lock in the rate, lock in the coverage. Even a basic plan is better than rolling the dice. If you're interested in getting yourself insurance, use the link below for English-speaking, expat-friendly insurance carriers here in Mexico. So those are the 5 biggest mistakes I made when I moved to Mexico. And I want to hear from you. What was your biggest mistake when you moved to Mexico? I shared a lot of mine, kind of embarrassing, but I want to hear from you. Comment below. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the winner of 5 nights at Casa Limón. And so the winner is Jean-Francois Villanueva. So you won 5 nights at Casa Limón here in Bucerías. Contact us at info@beachlifemexico.com. You have 1 week to claim your prize. Casa Limón in Bucerías. That's a 3-bedroom townhome in a gated community with a beautiful pool just minutes walk to the beach and local amenities. It's a great spot. And if you'd like to rent Casa Limón or any of the other properties we have, check out BeachLifeMexico.com. Thank you for watching today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. De mi familia a la tuya, Dios te bendiga.